Locked in. Locked in podcast, man. Locked in podcast, man. I'm sorry. Bro said he was gonna text us. He said he was gonna text us. Um Locked in podcast, man. How y'all doing? Let me see if we're live yet. Let's see. Real quick. Let me see. Yeah, we are live. We sit up. Hey, Locked in podcast, man. How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. Hope that y'all are, having a great first week of the year. Yeah, man. Uh, we got so many things on the way. Mind you, Roland is on this thing, but he's sick, so don't mind him being on here if y'all see it. He is sick, so he would not be on this podcast, but he is monitoring everything. So y'all don't be confused by Roland not being here. But again, man, appreciate y'all so much for watching the last episode. We hope y'all enjoy it. Let me make sure. So good. So yeah, it's gonna only be me and OG in this episode, man. We hope y'all enjoy this one. OG, how you feeling?
You doing all right, man? Can't really complain.
Yeah, man, I'm doing good myself, y'all. I hope y'all doing well. Hakeem said, "What's up, brothers? What's up, Bo? Hope you're doing well, man."
Okay.
We about to be talking about NFL and college football playoff pictures. And yeah, man. Midnight already starting off saying Kevin Stefanski to the Giants, Matt Ryan Rumor to the Falcons, Raheem Morris to the Titans, Deion Sanders to the Browns, and Jar Harbaugh to the Raiders.
Deion Sanders to the Browns.
But yeah, man, y'all make sure to subscribe, like, and share this, man. And if you are wanting to be featured on another episode or a podcast episode, man, y'all make sure to hit us up on the Locked In podcast with the homies, or make sure to hit us up on my personal account, the Locked In Monster 95. We're gonna be in a season where there won't be much to talk about, and so we would love for y'all to be on this podcast for real. I'm about to make a post a little bit, about if you want to be featured, what I'm saying. Don't be afraid to ask, if you want to be on. Uh, we want you to be on for real. We hope that y'all have a good experience, because many people that have been on this podcast, man, not have been really good at talking or speaking or anything, right? But they always say that they had a fun experience doing it. So we want y'all to be on part of the podcast. We really do. Y'all make sure to share the word with people when we make the post. And yeah, man, we better get into it. So OG, you want to start it off?
Yeah, I'll start it off, man. That's what I do. We'll start it off with talking about the college football playoffs that started last week, Thursday?
Yeah, it started Thursday.
First game, right?
Mm-hmm.
First game was the Miami Hurricanes and the Ohio State Buckeyes at Jerry World in Arlington. Cowboy Stadium, or AT&T Stadium, whatever the hell they call it now. Anyway, started off with Miami Hurricanes winning the game 24-14. First quarter, nothing really happened. Second quarter, that's when Miami scored on that long run, scored really that long drive, capped off with pretty much, Mark Fletch punching it in the end zone for a touchdown. No, I take that back. Back through a touchdown pass to Fletch in the end zone. And then, well, really the turn of the tide of the game is, okay, Ohio State drives down, well, in 3 plays, really. They got the ball, ran it up the middle, 5 yards. Throw a deep bomb to Jeremiah Smith over the middle, 59-yarder. Cool. They gaining momentum. What's the next play? Bam. Screen pass. They try to throw to Tate. Anyway, Deontay Scott jumps it. Really, I know people say, man, Jeremiah Smith was supposed to block. Oh, really? Deontay Scott jumped the damn pass so fast, there was no time for Jeremiah Smith to block. It's not like he can block him without the ball being in the air. That's a penalty. Anyway, Keontae Scott took it for a pick 6, and that's pretty much kind of led to the tide of the game. Ohio State scored a touchdown coming out the half, man. Scored a touchdown coming out the half in the third and the fourth quarter, man. But really, Miami just kind of put it away in the fourth with defensive pressure and really just running the ball. So, boys, how do we feel about the Miami Hurricanes? Well, excuse me, D. How do you feel about the Miami Hurricanes upsetting Ohio State And what was this?
It was the I forgot what bowl game it was too.
Oh,
Mm,
good Cotton Bowl. Cotton Bowl.
I got you. Um, Miami's defense is scary. Miami's defense is scary. One thing I will say is that we forgot that Sand has. I forgot to mention that Sand it could be his game for real that could make Ohio State win this one because that defense is like very vicious. Everyone on that defense could be potential first rounders, just about. That being said,
Yeah, we got about like two. I wouldn't
or
even say we just got one. Well,
yeah,
future, well, just for this draft. I'll
yeah,
say
just for
that
the draft, Ruben Baines probably the one that's gonna get drafted
for sure.
in the first round.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, man, Keontae Scott jumped that route again. As OG said, you can't just say that Jeremiah Smith can block that. Actually, speaking of like Keontae, just really like
Jumped it. That's it. He just
he knew from jump what was about to happen.
happened.
So
Film room, man.
yeah, so again, man, Miami's defense is really good. Let's not forget about the offense. You know, Mark Fletcher has really been carrying the load a lot more recently. Um, you know, of
Big play
course,
to do, man.
Malachi, huh?
Oh, no, go ahead, Malachi.
About to say Malachi Tony really, but you know, he's gonna do his thing too. Carson Beck is managing the game. He's doing the best he can.
He played good game.
Of course, he played a good game for real. And like I said, Miami is gonna be a Miami's defense is just like insane. Like it's no slouch to say the offense is not as good as the defense, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? So Miami, you know, who would have thought none of us really thought that Ohio State, I mean that Miami will beat Ohio State. No. But again, Miami's just really good on defense. You can't do nothing about that. Um, so that's what I got to say about the game.
All right. Well, I guess end of the game. Let's talk about kind of the aftermath of this Miami Ohio State game, man. Um, I want to get your opinion on this player. I want to say there was a player at Ohio State that basically said, "Hey, who is this cat? My bad. My bad. I could have done a better job preparing
No,
for this." But are you aware of the player that made the statement that said if they played this game 10 times, they would know the outcome, man? Right? In fact, let me just get the direct quote. Caden Curry, right?
oh,
Are you
that's the
aware of
defense
Caden Curry?
head.
Yeah, are you aware of Caden? Yeah, are you aware of Caden Curry's quote? I mean, he
Um,
didn't really do nothing against Rivers or Mike Noah all game, but he had the nerve to say that sorry. He had the nerve to say that yeah, as I quote, if we played that game 10 times, we know what the outcome of the other 9 would be. What the yeah, what the fuck is that, D? Let me get your opinion on that.
this like saying doggone that, you know, if they scored 50 times, we're gonna score 51. Why didn't you do it in the game? If you're so called of a good
Um,
team, if you can
I
beat
didn't
Miami, huh?
I'm saying I didn't know. You're right. I'm just saying if you're so confident that out of the 9 out of the 10 times you will win, why the hell didn't you just do it the first time?
Why didn't you? You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, a lot of people are talking and not doing. You know what I'm saying? Vinny Curry, not Vinny Curry, that's the edge for
Aiden Curry.
Buccaneers.
Aiden
Mr.
Curry.
Curry, I'll just say it like that. Mr. Curry is a really good defensive player himself, right? But I feel like if you're going to say stuff like that, win the game and prove it and prove that you can beat them 10 times out of 10. Don't be saying we can beat them 9 times out of 10 because you can't have that game back. You can't. So I feel like he's just in his emotions. You know what I'm saying? He did. You ain't gonna win all of them, but uh, I feel like that's a crazy statement to say after a loss for real. And I don't like when players be doing that because it's like you could have done that on the field. You could have just proved that on the field, but that's it.
Right, man. 'Cause, pretty much all I have to say about the game to myself. I really can't say nothing about Ohio State's transfers on who left or who's not. They don't really have much. And to be honest with you, I'm not kind of the guy to talk about the transfer portal too much on the podcast.
Mm. I
Fair.
get you.
All right. Excuse me. Next game, Thursday, January 1st. The first game of the new year for college football. Alabama, Indiana, and Pasadena, California playing in the Rose Bowl. E. A lot of Alabama fans were coming in confident going into the game, man. They said that the Tyler Simpson that was getting play calls beforehand. I forgot Bama's offensive coordinator was the quarterback that they could be confident in
Hmm.
going into the game. Indiana fans just felt that they had the defensive line that was basically confused Tyler Simpson and forced him. Well, they got the coverage and the scheme too. Otherwise, look, Indiana all around is a solid defense,
Hmm.
and they were coming into the game playing to confuse Tyler Simpson, and it happened. Indiana 38, Alabama 3. Man, it was an ass whooping. It was a dog walk. It was domination all the way through the damn game, man. Dion, how do you feel about this matchup
Uh,
between Indiana and Alabama?
Indiana may win the championship this year. They really might win the championship this year.
I don't see
And
why not.
now see that the offense and DC, if you're on here, and I'm just not trash talking because my team lost too. I just need to know, when was the last time y'all gave up 5 yards to carry versus somebody? And I mean, they were running down
Oh,
Alabama.
uh, do want to be fair, D. They gave up 4.3, but
Well,
but but I'm just saying, if you look at Kalen Black and Roman Himby's, rushes, it's over 7. It's
yeah,
over 7. So
yeah,
take away sack yardage and other that, yeah.
yeah. I was about to say either way. Just overall, when did y'all ever give up like 7 yards to carry versus any team? Um, I feel like this game was pure domination. Like Fernando, he's gonna do his thing. He's gonna get his 200 yards and 2 to 3 touchdowns. Uh, they have such great, they're not great. They have such good receivers. Um, Hakeem said, "Oregon revenge game loaded. Don't worry." but
See,
uh, yeah, man. Oregon. I mean, not Oregon. Indiana controlled this game too. Um, they stopped their best receivers, Bernard. They stopped Horton.
yeah,
Um, it was
Ryan.
yeah, Ryan Williams. It was a pure domination game from inside out. Um, I will say this: I do like that the backup QB. I do kind of like the backup QB. He did what he could. Of course, the game was not even close, but he did what he could. For Alabama, and again, for Alabama fans that's been out here saying that, because me and OG had a conversation about this, about how when y'all take pictures of TJ Yeldon, Derrick Henry, and all the other running backs that y'all had that were elite, and say that y'all's backfield this year was that, so it could be like that.
Yeah, that
You,
was just one dumb fan though. But yeah, go
I,
ahead.
I know you can't, at least for that one fan, I'll say you can't compare that backfield to that offense of like 2011. I think that was 11. Was that 11 or 12?
2013, 2013,
20,
2012.
2013, 2014. That's different. And I must say, and this is not me trying to trash talk Alabama, but I feel really disappointed. Alabama does not look like that team. Of course, Nick Saban being gone, is going to change a lot of that stuff. But the running game was bad this year for them,
Mhm.
especially when Jam being out. Um, it's just, again, man, uh, what y'all gonna do next year? You know what I'm saying? Because uh, this running game can't happen like this next year. You're
Yeah.
gonna you're
So
gonna need another.
go ahead, D. Let me finish your statement. They're
I was
gonna need
saying
another.
y'all gonna need to run the ball, and Ryan Williams got to wake up. You know what I'm saying? He gotta get back to what he was his freshman year.
Mm.
He really regressed bad this year, and you know what I'm saying. I feel like Alabama could get better, but they just got to make some moves. Really do. That's not taken away from Indiana. Indiana is really good. Offensively, solid, very solid defensively. But that's all I gotta say about that.
We've got to bring up the fact that with Kalen DeBoer, this is Alabama's third game in a row where they were held scoreless to halftime.
Oh yes, indeed. That's what I'm saying. Like it's insane that Georgia, Oklahoma,
Of
and Indiana had held all them to
course,
um
of course. To halftime.
zero
To
to
halftime.
halftime.
Brought that up to DC. I brought that up to DC. I said, bro, y'all gonna come back from this? I
Because
said,
it's
man,
not the
after that,
because that's
huh?
not that's not the Alabama that they've seen for years. If they see Alabama going
Oh,
shutout and having a shutout like that, get shut out
you
like
got
that,
you also gotta realize a lot of Alabama fans around now are just a bunch of bandwagoners. They ain't
yeah,
never seen what them years before Nick Saban looked like.
yeah, that's
Shit.
true.
Before 2008. They ain't see what that shit looked like, boy. Mm-mm.
That's true. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Again, it's crazy that Alabama just looked this bad in the last 3 games
Yeah.
and
So
got
my question, I guess I was trying to frame the question, D, is the fact that, regarded, I already know the offense. First of all, I forgot Alabama's offensive coordinator, but I know he's on the hot seat. But Kalen DeBoer should be on the hot seat as well, too, man. So you said like they need to make some changes. Yeah, it needs to start with the offensive room. I won't put it all on the coordinator. I think Bernard was definitely the best wide receiver Alabama had for this season, and there's kind of no question he's gonna be NFL talent wherever somebody picks him, wherever somebody picks him. But you know, I just want to get your opinion on how much time left does Kalen DeBoer have? And who would be next in that Alabama position that you could think of if Kalen DeBoer leaves in the next couple of years?
I would say doggone 2 years at max. They probably gonna give him 2 more years before he gets kicked out. He
Probably the
has to,
con, which is probably
um,
the contract length,
yeah,
probably six years,
yeah, which
or
is
at least
probably the contract. I think he has to win an SEC championship next year. He has
yeah,
to. Um,
he has
because
to. I agree too.
if he does not, then them Bama fans is gonna want him out. I already imagine they probably want him out now. Some of
Yeah.
them want him out now. And the next coach, I could see that happening because the thing is, it's like this, right?
Mhm.
Um, I feel like who wants that Bama job because it's such a high regard. Like you have to win there, right?
I
Um,
got my bad. I want to let you finish. Sorry.
from the standpoint of the pressure, right? When you get in Alabama, you know how historic Alabama is and what Nick Saban left behind. If you don't at least get as near as Nick Saban, which no one ever will, like I don't see anyone being able to fit in Alabama outside of Kirby. But I don't know if they want to go after Kirby or Kurt or all these other coaches that's been really doing their thing. Because I feel like if Kurt came to Alabama, Alabama would be legit, right? The Indiana coach. If Kirby went to Alabama, it would be legit. Uh, if I don't see Dabo going to Alabama,
I don't see it either. I think that's already
uh,
out the way. I got a I got a coach in my head that makes sense that could be coaching Alabama right now. Who came from Saban's staff. Because I know everybody thinking like more than likely the coach that Alabama want is coming from Saban's staff.
yeah,
And I know exactly the coach. It's just the fact I know for sure Alabama won't pick these type of coaches to be the head coach of Alabama.
mhm,
And it's Charles Huff.
mm, mhm,
I don't know if you're aware of Charles Huff's resume, but he won um, CUSA, wherever Marshalls. I think yeah, CUSA. He
mhm.
won CUSA. He took Southern Miss in the first year, basically a game away from being in the Sun Belt Championship. or they played in it. No, they were like one game away
Right.
from being one game away in the Sun Belt Championship. Obviously, he's got ties with Nick Saban, Alabama, one of the better recruiters, just like Mel Tucker was. Um, he could be up lined up. Well, we already know he won't.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that job applies a lot of pressure to them coaches. Those are one of them jobs you can get fired in 2 years.
And
You
I
know what
think
I'm
he can
saying?
handle the pressure. I think that's just not the guy they want. Obviously, Alabama doesn't want those type of guys in that position.
Right. Hakeem said that should have just left them out the big. I mean, should have just left them, let them out. I mean, let them Big Ten run a college football. Or should have just let them. Sorry, I'm so sorry. They said should have just let them out Big Ten run it. CF. Oh, I see. They should have just left the SEC out because the Big Ten is running college football now. Uh,
Name. Oh,
couldn't run it.
so okay, Oregon's not a Big Ten team. They still a Pac-12 team. You can't convince me otherwise. Indiana and Ohio State were the only decent Big Ten teams. Minnesota's trash. Michigan, blah. Wisconsin, trash. Iowa, decent. But again, yeah, Big Ten don't run shit.
He said that the SEC gets too much favoritism, using the fact uh, that they play in the SEC is a reason to always sneak them in.
Right, and I agree with Kim on that. That's the reason why the playoffs even exist anyway, is that so they can figure out how to get Bama in. However, this ain't a good case for the Big Ten this year.
It's not.
Yeah, the back half of the conference is trash, and we're not going to sit here and call Pac-12 Oregon. Pac-12 Oregon. I know they in the Big Ten, but technically they not really a Big Ten team. I'm talking about the Blue Bloods programs that's been there since the damn inception. They're
Mm,
trash too. That's why a lot of people said Ohio State didn't play nobody.
mm. Yeah, they really came out like, especially when they lost versus Miami. They were saying, bro, you always want to overhype Ohio State, and you see their
But
record and who they play, and it's like,
the week,
I,
well, they what? I mean, the you had, you had your I'm not gonna call them experts, but you had your media and pressure say that yeah, they had a weak schedule.
mhm, right. So the thing is like, I mean, the SEC sucks this year. Let's be clear. The
Not
SEC,
really. Because think about it. All right, compared to Big Ten, and I'm talking about the back half compared to the SEC.
he
Ben
said,
is well. Go ahead, tell me what Keith said, because I
he
promise
said
you.
Big Ten champions as of last year.
Oh, you talking about Indiana or what? Or Ohio State?
No, he was Oregon won on one. I think last year.
Yeah, they did. I think they did. But I'm just saying, case in point, the Pac-12 team won the Big Ten championship. They first did they? If
Yeah,
they won it in their first year,
yeah.
that's saying something.
Mm,
All,
yeah,
all I'm just saying is you can't really say the SEC is trash this year. You got to think. You think it too. I think you think
I,
it just too currently.
yeah.
Vanderbilt,
Mm,
Mizzou,
mm,
Tennessee,
mhm,
Bama,
mhm,
Georgia,
mhm,
Texas A&M,
mhm,
Ole Miss.
mhm.
All the teams that were fighting for the play. The SEC was just better than the Big Ten this year. Only thing where I agree with Keem on is the fact that we should have left Alabama out to put Notre Dame in.
Mm, mm.
But I don't think it's just a. I don't think it's a good year to say Big Ten supremacy. Not this year, because the back half of that conference, the old school legends, the old school teams are ass this year.
But yeah, again, Indiana, they beat the hell out of Alabama, and you know what I'm saying. I think it's gonna be 2 years before they say goodbye. But DeBoer, and if they might aggressively try to go after Kirby, even though I know he signed that contract, either Kirby or someone else, I don't know. They might go aggressive. So we'll see though.
All right, next game that happened on New Year's. It's the last game for the New Year's Day for the playoff games, at least. Dante Moore ran into Texas Tech in the Orange Bowl in Miami, and they shut out Texas Tech and beat them 23-0. I mean, same thing, complete domination. Dante Moore didn't even have to throw a touchdown this game. In fact, he threw an interception. He wasn't playing all that well this game. But neither was Brain. I don't know how to say it. You say his name. Moore
And
wasn't playing well. He's playing like two packs of ass. Oregon's defense said that, man, they talking about Texas Tech defense all today. Ain't nobody talking about our defense, and they took that personally and went ahead and whooped Texas Tech's ass.
even
Uh,
I'll say this though, the
mhm.
Oregon still, or Texas Tech defense, I'll still take over Oregon. I'm
Oh
just
no, easily. I
keeping it.
think, no- I think nobody, even in the broadcast, was debating that. They just said that Oregon said, "Well, at least talk about our defense too, because we're putting in work. We probably had a better body of work. Not really. Oregon didn't play shit either. Um, but Oregon's defense said, "Hey, give us credit." But I mean, the question is, that the fact that look, Texas Tech, pretty much GM. Yeah, college football have GMs now for some reason. It's crazy. But basically, he sat there and I like someone gave the Texas Tech defensive line a nickname, right?
Yeah.
And basically to come in concept with to come in contact with the fact that a lot of them all their defensive line is transfer portal cats. So they call them hired guns.
Mhm.
That's what in fact that's what the Texas Tech defense should be called. You looking back at it, hired guns.
Mhm.
So Texas Tech spends all this money on the defensive line, right? Defense is damn rock ass solid. However, I ain't gonna lie, that offense was lacking bad. I mean, and then even in some drives against some of the weaker Big 12 teams, you could kind of see that the Texas Tech offense in some games will stall out. But I would never imagine them just to get shut out by Oregon. But here we are. D. I mean, you already know what the problem for Texas Tech is. How are they gonna fix it next season?
Well, they got a transfer QB that's in now.
Mhm.
So we're gonna see how that's gonna go with that team. Texas Tech is getting a bunch of transfers that's coming in too. Them and Indiana, they're getting a bunch of transfers put into their teams. But in the
Oh, I know.
regard of that, in regard
Oh,
of that,
okay.
huh?
I thought Indiana kind of had like a underclass that was kind of coming up, but we'll see. We'll see next August about how these rosters shake up.
Yeah. In regard of that, Texas Tech defense kept them in the game for most of it
They did.
until
They
like the
did.
third and the fourth. To the third
Look,
and the
man,
fourth.
they can only be on the field so long, man.
Exactly. It gets bad when your QB is driving down the field and he
Scared.
throws it to the same guy that has a forced fumble and already an interception again. It's
Well,
it's insane.
they was just playing. He just looked scared the whole damn game, man.
He did. He didn't know what was going on around him. He was just throwing up stuff. Um, had no time. He really sometimes some plays he had no time.
Time.
He was
He
throwing.
just yeah, he just checked out. He just checked out. He's just like he's scared. It's like this is like he is how the way he's acting. It's like he was not ready for this moment at all.
It was not at all. Um, like I said, I honestly don't know how. Uh, I honestly don't know how Texas Tech had, you know, won so many games with someone with him. And like I said, it's not like the Texas Tech offense is bad. Like I said, if you give someone else, if you had a different QB like Westermaker or whoever, I felt like that team could have beaten Oregon. And I'm not against Oregon. I'm not. But I just think that that team could have, a game would have been more competitive.
You're right.
That being
Dante Moore
said,
didn't play all that good of a game too. Texas Tech defense, like you said, did their job.
right? That's what I'm saying. This game was it was defensive. It was defensive minded. But again, when you don't have a good quarterback that's playing well, like your team is going to lose that game. They can't manage to hold on to stuff like that, especially if they're on the field almost every like couple downs. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, Bailey, number 2 on Texas Tech. Um, I forgot the other guy. Rodriguez. All of them did what they could, man. I just think that, Oregon was just better because they have the better QB.
Yeah,
They have the better QB. And
you got
so
him.
that being said, like it is what it is. But Texas Tech had a really good season. Not gonna lie, really good season. I don't think I know for certain. I'll say this about myself. I wasn't thinking Texas Tech was gonna be this good this year. I wasn't. But I also wasn't paying attention to Texas Tech last season, before this one. So I don't know what was.
Last season, Texas Tech. Uh, that's the one that we saw go against. Nowhere near the same, man. A lot of them cats are transfer portal cats, dog.
Yeah. And yeah, Texas Tech, it really had a good season. I just wish they had, they played a better game. Cause like I said, honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I didn't watch after the third quarter because I already knew what was happening. When Texas Tech almost had that drive when where they could have scored a touchdown and he threw it to number 4 again, which number 4 had a game. The corner, I forgot his name. He had a game.
It,
Um,
it's Finney.
yeah,
Okay,
Finney, yeah, Finney.
Finney. Yeah, he's impressive.
Um, yeah, he had a good game. I had to stop watching. I just couldn't watch no more of it. Uh, Keem said, I believe we could have won by a lot. More. We went for a lot of fourth downs instead of field goals.
Shit, y'all won by 23. To me, that's a lot. Um, I agree with Keen. They could have went for a couple of field goals, but this is a college game. But I think, you know, it's two sides of football. You got to put up points. And Oregon felt like we could be aggressive as much as we want. We know Texas Tech ain't gonna put points up on us. So,
Yeah, because their QB ain't gonna do nothing to them.
right,
They ain't worried about them. They just like cool. There's another guy on the field. Let's get
exactly.
back
All
on
right,
offense.
that's what I'm saying. Let's go for this fourth down. We'll go for it every drive on our own 30. On our
Mhm.
own 30, we'll still do it. For what?
All right. So again, Texas Tech had a real good season. I felt like this game was. It just shows how much a quarterback is impacted in the game. How much
You
impact
gotta
of an
score
impact QB
points.
is.
Yeah, you
You got to
gotta
score
score
points.
points, man.
So yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
Yep. Well, Dion, I think you said pretty much everything I want to say on it. I think you said it excellently too. They Texas Tech spent all the money they could that on defense that you could buy and get. But like you said, to the end, you guys had a great season, but it ends in an embarrassing way like this. And it probably makes that GM, he's a black cat too. I forgot his name too. He just came last year. He helped turn Texas Tech program around, but then now it's time to do it's time to do the due diligence of looking for quarterback prospects right now within your state. Start talking to them now.
Right. And again, it's good to get a transfer QB from I believe
Yeah,
Oklahoma State, but you need to
right.
really try to get you someone
Yeah.
younger.
And then redshirt them. I think that's what we'll see when we'll get to that age of college football because this transfer quarterback crap is making me mad. But that's a discussion for another time or
Yeah,
later in the podcast.
it's another time.
Um, Switch to the NFL, man. Go ahead and play.
You forgetting one game.
Oh, I am.
The Georgia
Oh,
Bulldogs.
my bad. I'm sorry. I sure
You
did.
good? You
I am
good?
so sorry. Forgot
You good?
about the Sugar Bowl, and you know what? I don't know why I did because it was a good game. I couldn't watch it fully, but I went back. I went back and did it. And before I let Dion kind of take off, man, here's my takeaways for the Sugar Bowl game, man. Look here, man. Ole Miss offensive line has been getting wrecked by Tulane. It got wrecked by y'all's, but they still get the ball out. And they play fast as shit. And they play fast as shit. I gotta give it to Ole Miss. Shouts out to them. Their offense mostly. Shout out to him. Shout out to Keywan Lacey and shout out to Harrison Wallace, man. Um, I he plays bigger than what you think he is. To me he's around like 5'11". Apparently he's 6'1". But he played bigger than he actually is. Shout out to them. Stribling played a good game too, man. Them wide receivers kind of went crazy, man. Um, Dad played a good game too, man. I mean, he just showed you how fast he can get that ball out. In Georgia, what you could take away from Georgia is that the fact that they It did. A lot of the guys that made splash plays on defense were underclassmen, so that's something you could kind of look forward to, man. That shout out to Rayla Wilson. I like the game that he played in this game too. Dion, what do you got to say though?
First of all, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not gonna rant. Because you already know when you play a team the first time, they gonna adjust eventually. So that's one thing I will say. Second of all, um, I will say that Trinidad needs to, even though I know he's coming back, he's trying to come back from college. If he does not get it, scouts need to be looking at him as a third or second round pick. They do because he torched us all game, just literally from the short screens, the quick passes. He had, I think, over like 300, almost 400 yards passing on us.
Mhm.
Almost 400 yards passing on us, and he did it in 2 games versus us, I think. So, man, that's one thing I will say, man. Trinidad is really good. And I said that the first time we played Ole Miss. He's really good. Y'all don't underestimate Ole Miss. Don't underestimate. As a Georgia fan though, I will say, it's a good season that we had. I like that our defense actually kind of locked up the last like 5 games of the season. Um, it didn't go our way, and you ain't gonna win them all. I'm not gonna be one of them fans. I'm like, oh man, we should win the national championship. No, I'm not expecting to win all of them. All right. Um, man, Gunner is a tough sob, man. He's a tough one. I will say the hits that he's taken that game and all season, I don't think most QBs can get up and like cooperate the same way because he was getting hit. So I really am impressed with Gunnar Stockton. Now, I don't know if he's going to the draft. I don't think he should. I think he should stay one more year.
I
But
disagree.
but man, yeah, he really proved me wrong.
Hey, Gutter, just a my bad, dude. A minute. Hey, Gutter, just a sophomore though.
Nah, he's a junior,
Oh, he ain't coming out. Yeah,
junior or senior, I think. One of those two.
he's
But
a
either
junior.
way,
I'm not a senior. I remember. His first start was like last year.
yeah, it was. Uh, but either way, Gunner has shown proved me wrong in the beginning because the Sugar Bowl last year, I thought he was not gonna be that good. I thought he wasn't. But yeah, he developed really well this season. Of course, it didn't end the way that we wanted to. Of course, the play calling went back to what it was in the beginning of the season. It was just a random screen to the left, screen to the right, not giving Nate Frazier the ball. Nate Frazier had proved to me, and as I said before this season started, Nate Frazier will be the top running back in this team. He is by far, not even by far. He is, but they got to start using him. Right? They got to really. I think next season, hopefully, he don't enter the transfer portal. If he does, it's going to be sad. But I don't think I'm not expecting him to. But Nate Frazier definitely needs to be a part of this offensive role way more next season. Way more. It's proven that he can do stuff this season. Um, I'm sad that we lost the game, but I'm glad that we got put to reality. So many ways we should have won this game. I'm not gonna ever say that, that this is what we should have done, because woulda, coulda, shoulda, you didn't do it. You didn't win the
It is
game.
true. My bad, D. Don't want to interrupt, but the woulda, coulda, shoulda. I gotta ask you this question. Just before you kind of go on. Um, when Ole Miss was Ole Miss last drive that they scored the touchdown on, man. Um, I know a lot of fans were asking why did we play man? Why did we play man? And y'all were playing a lot of man in the game, especially towards near like the end. And a lot of the time when y'all did play man, that's where the big plays came from, man. But I'm hearing from what reporters were saying that Kirby and the staff and the defensive staff thought that Ole Miss was playing for overtime based on the formation that they came out and how they were kind of coming up. the line of scrimmage, and they thought y'all was playing for overtime. But I want to get your opinion on the last, kind of like that last drive of the game that Ole Miss scored that touchdown on, man. Initially, did you think Ole Miss was playing for overtime?
Hell no. Who would want to play? I'm not saying this to be biased, but who would want to play Georgia in an overtime game? At least when they're that hot, when they're hot like that. I mean, Kirby should know this, man. He should know that some of these teams are coming to try to kill you, right? When they're
Yeah.
driving down the field and when they're throwing passes the way they are, they're not trying to just tie the game. Who wants to just play for overtime? We're trying to get you out of here. You seen those two drives Trinidad had, right? Where there was nobody that could tackle him, that could sack him, that could do anything to him, and he was driving down the field and scored a touchdown over there. I told him, bro, he was just invincible.
Oh,
You already know when Trinidad is that hot, he's not. I just don't understand why would you say, yeah, we thought that they was gonna play for overtime. That's not no excuse. You got to play your coverages the right way. These teams out here is not always going to want to play for overtime. And Trinidad is a good QB.
mhm.
If he's hot, why don't you have safeties playing in the middle of the field? Have them play in the middle of the field, or have someone like play 5 to 10 yards off the ball. That's why when that last pass, when the field goal got kicked, they had DeMello Jones on that one receiver. And he had like a 43-yard game. They had no safety guarding him. They ain't had nobody literally having a safety over there or anything like that. And it was just like, bro, y'all gave up. Y'all just gave up. Now Georgia has this little history, at least these last couple of years, of field goals being missed or blocked. But I don't expect that to happen every time. So why play that coverage? You know what I'm saying? I just don't get that. I don't understand how you could be like, well,
And we thought they were playing for overtime. That's what.
we're playing for overtime. That just don't make no sense. Trevor, you know better. You know better. That's all. That's what I'm gonna say about that.
Mm, yeah,
This is
I
ridiculous, man.
I think if I also want to say my last thing I want to say about this game. Um, Georgia does want to play like a lot of man and two man. You gotta. I mean, all season you guys were struggling in man, and a lot of big plays from y'all defense over the season came from when y'all was playing man. If the philosophy is the fact that you guys want to play man, you got to get these boys better at playing man. And I'm not gonna put it all on the DB coach or any other assistant coaches. I'm gonna start from the head up. Um, you gotta acknowledge where the weakness of your teams is at, and I imagine when Kirby's going into this season, I imagine that the DBs are just gonna have to work on man coverage a lot. So maybe we need to get out the boxing gloves, making sure y'all don't hold or pass interference, get y'all technique right, understanding when the play breaks down, when you go against guys like Trinidad scramble drill, which means that you cannot look back at the quarterback or you're gonna let a man run free. So that was my thing you said that just kind of made me question why. It's not, you said playing for overtime, that's not really a good excuse that y'all thought. That's not a good excuse either. But my thing is just the fact that if you guys want to come into the game saying that we want to play man against Trinidad Chambliss, then you got to understand that if this is something that y'all want to continue, these boys got to get better at playing man. And just,
Right. And as I've said too, this is a struggle as well that Georgia has had all season. They don't know they can't tackle. They can't tackle nobody.
which,
DeMello,
yep,
DeMello kept giving up tackles. Uh Dalen kept giving up tackles, but he wasn't as bad as DeMello, right?
yeah.
KJ, where he tried to light that receiver up and he got hurt on that play by himself,
Uh,
he still couldn't get the tackle on the guy that caught that pass.
So daughter,
So it's like, bro, we got to get better with tackling. This offseason, we really need to work on a lot. Get better with tackling. Get better with trying to operate man on coverage
Hey man,
and
just
get some pass rush. We didn't have no pass rush this season
mm,
until the later end of the season. But like 9, 10 sacks is not a Georgia defense.
oh no,
Alright,
oh no, no.
so
Mm.
that's all I gotta say about it. But man, I'm glad. I'm really really ready to see what these next rooks, next freshmen, coming in and transfer portal. I'm ready to see what this Georgia team will be, man. But I'm really needing to see um better coverages from man and all that stuff. And I hope our receiving core, because we have, Zacharias going to the draft, um, Dylan Bell's going to the draft, Oscar Delp's going to the draft. So I hope we can rebuild from our receiving core too. So that's it.
Well, that's all I gotta say about college football. Um, and leaves our NFL segment. So let me go ahead and play the music, dog.
I, I was ready.
Hey man, we played at the same time. Anyway, yeah,
We did.
man. It was week 18, the last week of the NFL. A lot of fucking games that was played that did not matter. I will
Right.
not talk about them. But I'll talk about the more important games, determining division winners and playoff seeding for this upcoming playoffs that's happening this week. And it starts with Saturday in the middle of a monsoon rainstorm in Tampa, whatever you want to call it, man. Look here, man. It was a mess from both sides, man. And you know what? I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it from the players. Look, man, I don't. But Carolina Panthers against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers determined the NFC South. All the Carolina Panthers have to do was win, and they win the NFC South. Tampa, if they win, they gotta hope that the Saints beat the Falcons. Obviously, we all know the results from that. But Tampa Bay 16, Carolina Panthers 14, man. Like I said, it was an ugly game between the quarterbacks, obviously because it was raining. The team that got their rushing game going was Tampa Bay later in the third quarter, where Bucky Urban was finding a little bit of something, and then Baker just running for a first down. But nonetheless, the running games didn't pop off like they wanted to. But this is what happens when you play in adverse weather games. That's just football. Carolina, Bryce didn't play a really good game either. If you ask me, he didn't. Um, he did enough. I'll give him that. He did enough. He did come back, but to me, it was just like, yeah. The determining moment in the game for the Carolina Panthers is when the head coach said, "You know what would be a really smart idea? Let's throw a goddamn flea flicker in the red zone in the middle of a damn rainstorm where everybody's been slipping their ass off. Let's just do that. I want my running back to stop, pivot, and throw the ball back in the rain. I really think nothing else. I mean, I don't really think anything bad could happen from doing that.
Right.
Yeah. D,
Hey,
I don't know. Go ahead, D.
when I said that game was screwed, and you know it.
Hey, look here. Y'all play like screwed. Y'all play screwed. I don't even want to hear it from Panthers fans. Look, don't want to hear it.
Mm,
You can say Vegas and all that. You can say that they shot a chemtrails into the sky in Tampa to make sure that it rained that day. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear any theories.
when it
You
comes
know?
up to the when it comes up to the refs, though, I'll say this right.
Mhm.
Rico, they said that was a fumble, right, or whatever. Yeah, they were complaining about something with the refs, right? You ain't gonna
And
tell me. I'll say this. You ain't gonna tell me that Rico was gonna run 16 yards the opposite way or however long he had to run for a touchdown. That's not gonna happen. So let's slow that down. He as he said, he set the flags. He set the flags. Like, man, I couldn't tell
uh,
you. I couldn't
I
tell you
thought,
about that.
see, I thought the pass interference. So the offensive pass interference call, I feel like that was an offensive pass interference where Tet basically stiff armed my man in the head.
Right? Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's OPI, bro. Now there were some bad calls. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to hear it. Look here, total of 19 yards rushing in a game with the rain. And you know how many times Bryce passed the goddamn ball?
How many?
35.
35 or 25?
35 in the rain. 35 attempts in the rain. Baker only threw 22. I put it like this: Buccaneers altogether, 42 carries, right? Even try to get Sean Tucker involved, he was fucking up. But hey, it's all right, Sean. You should have had wore your little wet cleats that day. Tighten up though. I know you used to play in the dome. Um, Carolina's rushing attempts, 14. I just don't want to hear about. I just don't want to hear about rig game and all this other. I don't. I just feel like this is the competence of their head coach that they have. This man, he still don't get it. He doesn't. He wants to win games aesthetically how he likes it, which is damn doing his bullshit ass play calling. If you ask me, I don't care how anybody feels about it. In a game like this, you got to get the running game to pop off. I don't give a damn if you got to do a read option with Bryce.
Yeah. Uh he said, don't sit there and look dead at the camera, either of you, and say that the refs were fair. We not saying that it's fair. What we're saying is you can't make excuses for the refs giving the game to whoever. As a Ravens fan,
Mm,
and I'll say this too: the last game versus the Steelers, right? We had so many calls that was on us. And there was 2 of them that got called on us that didn't even matter. They gave the Steelers the touchdown when we hurdled someone over the center, and it wasn't even supposed to be a call like that. And then I think the one with the I forgot the other one. And they said that the rest said that what's the name? They said that that wasn't even really supposed to be called. And we still lost the game. You still gotta win the game throughout the time. We're
Hurt.
not saying we're not saying that it was a fair game. What we're saying is that still doesn't give you a reason. You still got 60 minutes in the game to win, you
Right.
know?
Not this. I just think they didn't do it. I mean, like the look, you had one good drive in the fourth quarter where you came back. When they came back and scored the touchdown, and you guys thought you had a hope, but nah.
He said, he said, I'm just saying.
I
Look,
I, I hear you. I hear you, but I
every
know you're just saying,
every
man. But
team has lost the game by the refs.
you're just
This
not
team
going
at
for it.
least.
I'm just not going for it, D. I
I
just
agree.
feel like the Panthers' game plan going into this game just felt half-assed. I mean, you have weather predictions to see what the game was going to be like, man. This is a game. They tried to get the running game to pop off, but they couldn't. And to me, all they just did was just run up the damn. I mean, going against Tampa Bay's defense, and it's a running game. You gotta be more creative with the run game. You just can't run up the goddamn A gap and think it's just gonna work.
I got something for you. So again, Bryce throwing that pick to number 25.
Yeah.
Uh the fumble for the flea flicker.
Yep. I'll be back.
All the
Keep going.
all the times that y'all rushed and y'all got attacked. The times Bryce looked kind of so. That game still should have been won because Tampa Bay did not look that good either. They did not, right? Hey, I was about to say, Hakeem said, sure, have us versus the Colts. Every team has had that going on where they have refs going on their side. When the Kansas City Chiefs played the Ravens, I know I'm just saying this as a Raven fan. It's calls always on us. It is never on Kansas City. When they had taunting, when Travis taunted that one guy that one year, and then when Zay had taunted that same defender that same game, he got flagged. It happens. You still got to win the game. And I understand, if the refs is like making the game controlling, but when we still got to fight through it. And Benign said, yeah, on the plus side, I won my bet. He's still betting.
Hey, still
Uh,
betting on me.
my homeboy will
The
give you my
parlays up.
LOL. Yeah, man. So you got to play better. You can't make crazy calls like running a flea flicker in the rain. You can't.
What
You
is
know what I'm
that?
saying?
I can't get over. What
You can't.
is that? Even Bryce, you get the lip sync with Bryce is. I don't know why we called that. I don't even know where you snapped the ball.
This is
Look at
what I
it.
told you. This is what I
Kill,
told you.
kill, kill, kill.
This is what I told you, OG. That's why I said some of these QBs need to negate what these offense coordinators are telling them. Because
For
if
real.
they know that they're running a play that's going to make them that's either going to fumble, especially in the rain. If it's going to cause a fumble, or if it's going to cause what's his name, like Aaron Rodgers, he be negating some of the stuff that the offense coordinator be doing.
And right.
He be going. We gonna run ISO to the left. Literally.
Yep.
If we
Nah,
don't like this
exactly. Like we
play.
said, we're gonna run ISO to the left. I don't like this pass call that you said. We're gonna run ISO to the left. And he did that shit as a young player. It's always been in him.
Mhm.
If y'all want to be great in this league, you gotta call your own shots some damn times, man. But I
Right.
don't know if y'all want to like that.
Right. But yeah, man, Carolina, shoot, man, they lost the game. Um, and Tampa Bay did not look good either. I'm just saying. He said that handle would be on my cash app this week.
Hey, at least Benai win his parlay. But what we can
Yeah,
take away from this game is the fact that Panthers lost and they still ended up winning to the playoffs. Through the fact that I mean, we're not going to talk about the game. That Atlanta beat it the Saints. I mean, that Atlanta beat it the Saints, right?
yeah,
But then, oh, you don't feel confident going into the playoffs after a loss like that, and then you're going against the Rams thinking that you have a chance. And the thing is like I know Panthers fans thinking like the hopium complex and the underdog thing, man. But I'm just thinking about performance. I'm just thinking about football. And I told y'all this team is so damn. The only thing consistent about the Panthers that they're inconsistent. So it's just like I I I got very low confidence that even though they're hosting the damn game, I think the Rams really just about to make that stadium their home and do whatever they want.
mm,
I don't think the Panthers coaching staff is smart enough to even get past Sean McVay in this game. I really don't. I
yeah.
don't even think defense. Damn. No, I just think this coaching staff ain't smart enough, D. That's clip that.
Look, bro. Uh, Benaya said, "I'm just happy that we are in the playoffs." Now, that's one thing you can say, but you have to in that situation because you could have lost. You could have never. You could have just not been in the playoffs.
Playoffs,
You have
yeah,
to win that game.
for real.
I'm just gonna say this as a Raven fan, right? Actually, no, that hurts. That's actually hurting to say. I'll say this like this, right? If you're Seattle, and
It's
let's
the
say they're,
NFL. Yeah,
huh?
they like you said, Seattle, who had it. We'll talk about it next, but they had a game exactly like this.
Man. So you got to do what you got to do. If you're in that position to kick them out yourselves, and you know that you can be there and beat them because you did it last game. I'm a game and I'm 2 games ago. If you can beat that team already that one time, and you got a division on the line, I don't find it. I just can't look at it and be like, yeah, man, I'm happy because we made the playoffs when another team had saved my life to get into the playoffs. I just can't see it. That's just like if the Steelers or if the Browns. The Browns did it for us. Before the Steelers. If the look, if the Steelers played the Browns just to try to get into the division, and we beat the Steelers, like I'm saying it's so wrong. Either way, I just don't
I
find
get
it
it.
right.
Look, what you're trying to say, D, is the fact that you need to control your own fate. Just for the
Yes.
confidence of the football team. It just looks bad going into the playoffs off a loss. It just does. Because the Panthers had enough time to be in control of the NFC South through the whole entire season, but they fucked around and wanted to damn get swept by the Saints twice in situations and games that they could have been won. This is what I'm talking about, like the inconsistency of Carolina that I don't like it. I don't. It doesn't even give me confidence going for them to going into next season. It just doesn't. So it's like talent. They have talent, man. The coaching staff ain't smart enough. That's just how I feel.
But I said that we're still processing. Our defense is good. We just need to work on our offense. What are you gonna do? Like that. Like, that's the thing. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
think
but now you
honestly.
can't. Well, my bad. But now I can't do the.
No, here's what I'm saying though. The
Yeah,
offense could be better if the play calls were adjusted for Bryce. That's what I think. I don't
Bryce
think.
also needs to get better himself. At times, he's getting better
Yeah,
every
he's
season, but he
getting
also
better
needs to
every
get
season. But he got
better.
to stop doing turnovers. He got to chill out with that. He said, "Okay, then who's your team, OG?"
Who's my team? You know my team.
It's Minnesota. It's
What's the
Minnesota.
matter? What's the matter? It doesn't change anything. Because my thing is the fact that we won the division when we got into the playoffs, and we got our ass whooped by the Rams. Same thing's gonna happen with y'all, but it came off a loss. It ain't about who your team is. It's just me and my objective football opinion. Carolina does not look good. They don't give you hope at all. I mean, like I said, this is y'all playoff success. Yeah, I'm not the guy that's just happy because my team made the playoffs. I'm trying to win, especially if I feel like it's a winnable game. That was a winnable game. The Saints 2 times winnable games. That's where I'm getting at. You want to talk about Carolina's improvement, man. But if you look at this shit in the past 3 games, where it was Seattle, this game, and then even against the Rams, man, no, man, it don't even get you excited for next season. I think more of the same shit will happen, except the Panthers just won't get lucky as much. That's just me. I just think that, like Benaya said, I think they have a good defense. I think the offense is started out by their head coach. He's not smart enough. That's just me.
Mm, mm. Yeah, man. Carolina can't get better. I'll say that. They can, but you have to change that a lot of stuff to get better. You know what I'm saying? Even if you have to doggone change your offense coordinator. Now I don't know who your coordinator is,
Well,
but
the guy, the coordinator is basically their head coach. That's the guy who calls play. Is he going to relinquish
oh,
play calling?
hell
You
no.
got because we got to right. You got too many of these damn egos. I can talk about my team. I feel like Kevin O'Connell should stop play calling. I really think he should because they get into that damn ego shit where they think from Sean McVay's asshole coaching staff tree, and I'm not talking about the ones that established. I'm talking about the ones that he trained up. All of them got that same damn ego that they think that they can call the best shit since sliced bread. And then when shit goes wrong, they don't know what to do until they forced into a corner. Then when that wins them a game, they get mad because they don't want to win that way because it's not aesthetically pleasing to them. They want to do their shit where they motion this, motion that. That's all I'm saying. That's what I don't like. That's what I just feel like this Panther coach is. And he ain't even from Sean McVay's tree. I don't know where the hell he's from, to be honest with you. I really feel like the Panthers should have kept Joe Brady.
I'll say this too, real quick, and then we can move on because we talked about this for a long time.
We did. We did.
But like I said, man, we're not trying to say anything that's regarding pointing out things just to point out things, right? We're saying it because as anybody who's played in the division, right, and that's your division rival, you're risking you're putting it on another team for them to win the game or win the division for you. And 90 times out of 90, there's teams that might not want you to win the division. Literally, Cleveland, if Cleveland had played the Steelers, right, and for us to go to the division, and if the Cleveland was like, bro, hell, I don't want y'all to make the division, they could do that. We seen that with Philadelphia a couple years back. I think it was Washington, but Washington or somebody, and that it was like, bro, we don't want you to put that doggone thing out. You know what I'm saying? Roland said this. He said, F all that, keep pounding, but y'all made some great points. I'd rather feel, hey, we won against Tampa instead of we got it because another team winning. Uh oh my goodness. He said, "Nah, I'm not gonna be clowned by someone whose team has a QB will be out that will be out for a season if his ego or his fingernails break." LOL, I'm not mad at anything. I'm just saying I never wanted to bet on the Falcons to happen. He was talking about McCarthy. Um,
I mean, like, bro, we can still do fan jabbing too. Your quarterback might be out the damn league and not even on this team in the next 2 seasons as well too. So I guess him and Bryce might be saying the same commercial playing to whoever else next team, dog. All I'm just saying is the fact that I don't feel confident in the Panthers next year. I don't feel confident in the Panthers this Saturday. That's just me. I know I'm not
mm,
bad either, but it's just, all I'm objectively saying is the fact that if you got to celebrate an NFC South championship off a loss and y'all just happy to get into the playoffs, loser franchise culture. I can't even put it like that. I can't even put it any other way.
uh, yeah, let's move on because we don't want this to kind of get heated. It's not that serious. Let's clarify like this before we move on. It's not that serious, right? Um, with any team, again, it's our opinion. It's not, no one should be, you know, doing that. I'm not saying that that y'all are, but what we're just saying, just to clarify before we move on, is that you have to win that game. You just do. Don't have to depend on some other team to do so. Um, oh, good God, he said you want to bet on that or OG joking. You don't look. Oh, look,
I don't
look,
put money
look.
up. I'm just going to sit here and sit here. If you think that when the extension time comes up with Bryce Young, and that the fact that y'all going to have a 500 season next year, I ain't putting money up. I'm telling you what's going to happen. He is
Look,
going to be gone, and Panthers will be drafting another quarterback by 2027. I can see it now.
before, all right, let me look this up. Bryce is, I think he's on his fourth year, right?
Yeah.
His
They're
extension
going to
is
extend him for 2 years. He ain't getting no full contract extension. He getting 2 years. He'll be gone by 2027.
rolling. You're in the chat. You give us your opinion in this on this um real quick, man, because like I said, we don't want this to get heated. Let's move on to the next game, OG. Just for the sake of it, let's move on to the next game. Carolina
All right, let's
lost
speak
again.
about an NFC team that was young, like y'all, and actually lived up to the hype. So, Seattle Seahawks on Saturday night were fighting for a divisional championship and also the number one seed in NFC East and my bad, NFC West. All right, what happened was the fact that what changed from the first game was the fact that they knew that they had to rely on the run game to win this game. Charbonnet, Kenneth Walker did their thing, right?
Right.
What's the difference? They big asses stopped. They big asses didn't bounce out to every goddamn run like they wanted to. I mean, that shit was killing me every goddamn week. I would see these goddamn. Zach Charbonnet is almost like 6'2" and 245 pounds. Why the hell is he trying to bounce out shit? Who is he going to outrun? Kenneth
Hey,
Walker, probably 5'11", 230, 225. Who the fuck?
I
This
get
ain't
it.
college, man. Take your big asses and just go upfield. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
It was an ugly game on the offensive side, but it was enough to damn win. But the running game was enough to win.
Mm.
And the defense just kind of shut out. And then the defense kind of pretty much shut out the 49ers for the last 2 quarters. Seahawks are now your number one team in the NFC.
Yeah. I'll say this. I did not watch the game. Roland just said I'll give y'all next week after I'll give it to y'all next week after the playoffs. LOL. To clarify
Man,
too,
all
I
right.
did not
We
watch this
gonna
game.
rely on hope. I can't wait until I see Sean McVay dice y'all ass up.
Oh God. Like I said though, I did not watch this game, but I kind of knew that it was gonna be a big important game for Seattle. Because that being said, Seattle and San Francisco always have this thing, especially with Seattle the last couple of years when they play San Francisco. It's always San Francisco finding a way to win versus Seattle. Um, but like I said, Seattle, they won the division. Um, a most important win for Sam Darnold, most especially because dog been came to two places and actually put in work for these last 2 seasons, and it's good to see Sam Darnold actually being considered a good football player after the first 4 years that he's been in the league and had all his trials and tribulations. So it's good for Sam Darnold, but it's also good for the Seattle Seahawks. Again, another reason why you should have a defensive coach. Seattle is a real good defensive team by someone who was on the Ravens defensive staff, but boy, I tell you what, man, Seattle is gonna go. I think they're gonna go far in the playoffs. I think they will, but it's gonna be between uh, them and the probably Rams. I don't see the Eagles going far.
We'll see. We just know that Seahawks got the bye, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to them, man. We didn't expect them to even. I said this season I want to see how to win that division, man. But you know how the way they started their division games early. I ain't like it. I didn't like how 49ers came into their house and whooped them like that. And like
Right,
that, same thing. But they came back, um, fought the Rams, and that nonsense that was going on in that damn Sunday night game where they were going back and forth. That was some nonsense.
yeah,
Now they come back this game, win a damn pretty much a tough ass game where you just got to run the ball kind of to get out. So
right,
I mean, shit, the NFC West is tough, man. Like you said, I think probably one of those teams will probably come out playing in the Super Bowl more than likely.
right, for sure.
All right,
Um,
Sunday. All right. Trying to think what else games. Oh yeah, my bad, D. All right. So like I said, a lot of these games were just didn't matter. It didn't matter even talking about really. We'll talk about. Well, so Miles Garrett got his sack to break the record. D. So he got his 23rd sack. How do we feel about Miles Garrett getting his 23rd sack? And where you ranking him amongst top pass rushers of all time, man? And well, you don't even got to give me a number. Just is he up there, or he's on his way? He still got to finish out his career.
what year is he in? Is he in year 8?
Yeah, probably year 8, 26,
We're talking
2017.
about defensive. We talking about defensive ends, right?
Yeah. You said what year is he in, right? No.
Yeah, what year is he in?
You said probably year 8, year 9. I think you got it right the first time. Are you looking it up?
No, I'm not looking at it up. I'm just going off the top of my head. He gotta be like top.
Okay.
He gotta be top 12 right now.
That's
Top
fair.
12.
Top 12. That's fair.
He gotta be
That's fair.
top 12
Hey
because
man, he needs a playoff performance, don't he?
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I feel like if he had some playoff wins in his record, then he would
Mm.
be like top 7 to me. Top 7.
That's
But
that's
for
fair.
right now, he's top 12 because the thing is this, right? I think he
Mhm.
already has over 110 sacks in his career. I think
Mhm.
he still has
Yeah.
lot in the tank. But I feel like Miles Garrett getting that sack, uh, getting 23 sacks and breaking that record, that's gonna solidify him more. But he a top 12 defensive end of all time, top 12. I got a question to ask you though,
What's that?
because Michael Strahan had came out
Yeah.
on his show and he said that it had to take him 17 games and it took Michael Strahan 16, and so he has the record for 16 games and Miles has it for 17 games.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
Okay, we can say that. But there's an asterisk. There's an asterisk on all of y'all's fucking stats. Anyway, Miles Garrett, 17 games. Your last sack, Brett Favre giving that shit to you by falling down. Whoa. The fuck out of here. Like, we just forgot about that shit. Shut up, man.
hey, but Knight said I feel good that he broke the record. He's a top 5 defensive. Hey, but Knight, do me a favor, and this is not target. This is your opinion. Yes, I understand. But who is he better than? You let me know in the comments. Who is he better than? Because
So, oh, hold on. What did we ask? We asked Benaya, like, where he ranks at or who he better than? Like, in
no,
the league
yeah,
now or
who
all
is he
time?
better than all time?
I think Miles Garrett better than TJ Watt. I think it ain't even an argument anymore.
Yeah, that's not an argument.
I
And
don't
he's
know.
healthy.
All time, man. See, this is my thing. I can't. This is so much. I ain't gonna lie. That's just so much shit to talk about. Cause, well, let me ask you like this: is he better than Dwight Freeney?
And he had a vicious spin move, man. He was getting sacks off finesse, man.
Is he better than Dwight Freeney?
Yeah, he's better than
Me
TJ.
personally, I don't think so.
He's better than Lawrence. He's better than Lawrence Taylor.
That's what Benai said. He's the top number one pass rusher.
Because because Lawrence Taylor is the number one guy now.
Well, who you talking about? Look. Benai hasn't even watched LT or Reggie White, so I expect him to put Miles Garrett up high, right?
No,
Oh,
he said Max Crosby. That's by far, honestly. That's by far. I
I
think
didn't.
so.
I think Miles Garrett's most definitely better than Max Crosby. Talk about all time, man.
We're talking all time though, right?
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor
I
is
just well, Lawrence Taylor is one, and then Lawrence as pass rusher, right?
as pass rusher.
To me between one is fighting is Reggie and Reggie and Lawrence Taylor, right?
Yeah, again,
And then number two, you can find 1A, 1B, 1, 2. And then to me, I'm gonna have to put the old head in there. I gotta put Deacon Jones in the list. If you got 22 damn sacks in 3 goddamn different seasons, I don't give a shit if it's unofficial or not. And I've seen like live film, not just from them old ass highlights from NFL films of Deacon Jones.
Mhm.
That motherfucker was fast.
Right,
His hands was even faster.
right. Hey, um, I, it's your opinion. I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge it. I was just curious to see who do you find
Yeah,
Miles better than? Because that's we all have our own opinion. Of course, I think he's
we all
top
do.
12.
And I think what we all could agree on is that Miles Garrett is the best pass rusher in the league
Yeah,
right now, at least
right now,
for his generation too. I
right
think the
now.
T.J. Watt arguments Steelers fans try to keep, I just don't see it no more,
He's
man.
not healthy enough for me. He
Yeah,
he
just
don't
like
he don't stay healthy enough for me.
yeah.
But it's not saying that he doesn't do play. He doesn't make plays. He does make plays.
Mm,
It's just if he stays on the field, then I feel like he would have done a lot more.
yep,
TJ would. But
yep.
yeah, Miles Garrett is a top 12 defensive end of all time. He said Julius Peppers. Is he better than JJ Watt?
No, I
I don't
don't
think
think
he's better than
at
JJ.
their peak. Eventually, at the end of his career, Miles Garrett will be better than J.J. Watt. Right
JJ was a different animal, man. He was
at,
a different
at his
animal.
peak, well, not really. Is he better than Julius Peppers?
I think he's better than
Miles Garrett
Julius.
better than Julius Peppers because that's really his comparison.
I mean, Julius has more sacks right now, but I think when it comes up to like the end of the when it's the end of the I don't
Ain't
know. Julius has 150 something sacks in his career, right? 156, I think, right?
I kind of forgot to be honest with you. Somewhere probably near 130s or 150s, like you said.
I
That
think I
one's
think
kind of hard. I'm kind of hard on that. I feel like Peppers is better than Miles Garrett only by like a little bit. Um, Julius Peppers had a nice playoff run with the Bears, though.
I'm gonna
He
look that
did.
up real quick. Look that up real quick. So Julius
And
Peppers has 159 and a half sacks. So he
do
can
you
he
ever
can
get the
eclipse it. I think he can eclipse it.
I think I
But
give Julius Peppers the edge for playoff performance, though. I just need to see Miles in that situation because when the Bears, when they won division and the number one seed in the playoffs,
right,
Peppers had a nice stretch of 3 games. Man, he looked unblockable at that damn point. That whole Bears defense was on it.
right. And they also aren't counting playoff stats as a stat as well. So you got to
Oh, that's
consider
what I said. They
that.
ain't gonna call playoff sacks as
Yeah,
stats. I just go. That's why I said Miles just needs that performance because when I talk about all the time, I include everything.
yeah. That's why I said top 12 because he hasn't never been in the playoffs before.
Damn, that's crazy. I think no, what, damn, hold on. Did the Browns ever?
No, I think maybe
He's
with
at least
Baker
one.
when Baker was there, I think won, but he still hasn't won it.
Yeah,
So
no, I know he hasn't won any playoff games.
it's like gotta win it. You gotta win it. And I think instantly, if he wins one, he's instantly top 7 to me. And even if
Nah,
he doesn't, he's going down. He's
it ain't
going
about
down.
the playoff wins. It's just about the performance. If you ask me,
Yeah, he's still top 12 then. Still top 12.
like, oh, I agree, man. I ain't gonna lie, Miles. You gotta better either jump ship or your legacy will just be like, yeah, that's a guy that got a lot of sacks, like Bruce Smith. But we not put him in the top 5 pass rusher category.
That's what I'm saying. Bruce Smith is top 5, and I'm not putting him over Bruce Smith. I'm not. Not yet.
All right. So next subject. Next subject. Next subject. Next subject. Um, So we talked about Miles getting his 25 sack. I want to tell you another game that happened. Basically, we'll just go straight to it. Um. Oh yeah, shout out to the Broncos. Shout out to Kings Broncos, man. They AFC West
AFC
champs.
West champs.
I think they've been AFC West champs for at least like 2 weeks though.
Yeah, they got the first round. He said, he said, y'all know what hurts me to put him over. Hey, y'all know that hurts me to put him over Julius Peppers. Yeah, and he's better than John Randall. Do you think he's
What pass rusher? As a pass rusher,
who
well,
is
they two
who
different.
is who is who?
They two different positions. That's
Yeah, that's
defense
what I said.
tackle.
We gotta base it. We gotta base it on him being a pass rusher, a left
On
edge
the
or right
edge.
edge.
Yeah. My thing is, look, John Randall has as much sacks as most of these pass rushers as a defensive tackle at 6 foot, probably 5'11". That's all I gotta say. Just put that in perspective.
Undersized defensive tackle that had over 100 sacks.
X, like almost like 120, 130. That's crazy. But
Yeah, but what you were saying again about the game?
oh man, we gonna bring up that your Baltimore Ravens and Steelers, man. That's the next game that we talk to because we spent a lot of time on this. Let's talk about the Ravens and Steelers, man. Um, Aaron Rodgers came into Aaron Rodgers. Excuse me, let me just bring this up. Look, 26-24. Ravens and Steelers were kind of going at it all games. We had a whole tight theatric fourth quarter where people were throwing last minute touchdowns. I forgot who Aaron threw it to. I think it was
Calvin Austin.
Calvin Austin. He threw it to Calvin Austin. The running game started getting back for the Steelers too. Both of Warren and Gainwell were doing their thing. Ravens' run game was always carrying the whole game, but again, Derrick Henry just stopped kind of getting carries around the second half. Nonetheless, Lamar still did what he's always done. When you call his name, when you call Lamar's name, he always comes up and makes the damn play. It was a perfect layer pass to Isaiah Likely for a catch. Puts the Ravens in a chance to put this game away and kick the field goal and go into the playoffs and worry about their problems later. And then a wide and right miss happened, man. Dion, Ravens and Steelers. Tell us, tell everybody about your whole reaction during the game, the roller coasters, you getting mad, don't blame you. It's every day about this game, man.
Well, first of all, before we start this, John Harbaugh has I mean Jim Har what John Harbaugh has got officially fired from the Baltimore Ravens today, just before we started the podcast, by the way. I'll tell y'all my reaction to that in a little bit, but outside of that, Lamar might go to the Falcons if he wants to. All right. All right.
Did I said that?
He has no trade clause, and he has a no trade clause, and no tag clause. That's what I'm saying. He won't. If they say let's go trade him to Atlanta, and if he says no, he's not going to Atlanta. So it's not gonna happen. But
My thing is, why are we acting like the Ravens want to trade them for what?
because
For what?
because it's Lamar. Because it's Lamar. Anything Lamar does, they're gonna make a whole scene out of it.
Why they see? I don't want to delve because
I don't.
let me let you walk. We'll talk about it later. Let me let you talk
Yeah, yeah,
about the
yeah, yeah.
game. I want
So
to get into that too.
so first of all, I'll say this. Uh Man, I'm 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 somewhat glad. Like I'm realizing it now. I'm somewhat glad that the season's over. It's better sooner than later, right? It's better sooner than later. The way we lost the game though is what got me pissed off, right? So first of all, I'm just gonna skip ahead to where we scored the touchdown with Zay Flowers being wide open for the second time, right? The Steelers, they only got 50 something seconds on the clock. No timeouts. And they still drove down the field to score a touchdown. Now, how does that? Well, no, maybe a little bit more time than 50 seconds. I lied. But either way, drove down the field, still had no timeouts, right? Chidobe, I say it in African slang, but I mean not African slang, but I say it because he is an African. But Chidobe
Yeah.
literally slipped on a inside. I think it was like an in and out move, not in and out. Like an inside release, something like that, right? That had Calvin Austin wide open for a touchdown, bro. First of all, I understand. That's why I wasn't so mad with Cheeto Bay because he slipped. But again, why was there no safety over the top of the defense? I mean, not over the top of the defense. Why was the safety not over there on Calvin Austin's side? Why would you
Yo,
put him one on one with a speedster?
I'm trying to remember. I don't know what happened. I think I was playing zone or something.
Good God Almighty! Well, that's one thing. Two, three times Marlon had pursuit angles that he messed up on. Three. Cheeto Bay had two. Well, not Cheeto Bay had two. I think it was Nate that had two. First, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be very blunt because OG says I'm very nice to Marlon. All I was saying was, whatever Lamar wants, Lamar gets. Yeah, that's his choice. That's why he has a no trade clause on his thing. If he
Right.
says yes, he's getting traded.
Hey, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. I just
um,
want let's finish out the game.
but And then you see Keaton Mitchell, right? Which again, we don't use him on kickoff, but for this one time, we had him out there on kickoff. Now, I'll say this: if he's out there as a blocker. We had either Lejante or someone else, Ali, running it back for us, right? Keaton, as fast as he is, he gets the ball, he takes it over to the 45-yard line, right? Ooh, excited as hell. We about to beat the Steelers. Doggone, I think it was like a false start, a sack, and then like got some more yards, and then Lamar. And I can't believe some of y'all Ravens fans too. I can't believe some of y'all thought Tyler Huntley would have been better than Lamar. I can't believe it. And mind you, Tyler Huntley is reliable, but to say that he should have played this game is completely out of your mind. You might as well not have been a Raven fan if you thought that Tyler Huntley would have been starting over Lamar in this game. Plus, the reason why I say he's better than Lawrence Taylor is because you never heard of Gary doing drugs. The only bad. Okay, okay, okay.
What's doing Charles got to do
The
with
only
anything?
bad thing, the only bad thing he's done is fighting a opponent because he got kicked in this. Okay, if you want to base it off that, if you want to,
Hey man, I'm just saying this. LT ain't trying to kill nobody on the field. I'm just saying,
yeah, he
slamming
did.
your head on a court, slamming the helmet on a player's head that's unprotected. Look, I ain't gonna lie, the Steelers have every reason to jump his ass. I'm surprised he ain't get taxed on more than he did after that game. He would have gotten a cleat to the face if it was me. But I
Oh boy.
mean, oh,
Look, I'm gonna get back to it though, but now I'm gonna read your messages after what I say, because then I'll be able to focus on what's
right,
going on.
right, my
So
bad.
I'm not ignoring you, but I just need to say what I need to say because it's gonna be a little bit. It's gonna be a lot. Um, so you Ravens fans that has said Lamar ain't it, Lamar should not even be playing, Lamar should not even be starting.
Oh,
Y'all the
so
same fans that'll say, well, hell, why did Tyler Huntley start if we got blown out?
exactly.
And
We
y'all
should
will
have played
put it
him more.
on and y'all will put it on Lamar saying that he's a cheater or he's a quitter on his team if he did that. If y'all did that. So don't be out here saying that you need to put Tyler Huntley over Lamar in any given form. Y'all let this dude write a whole thing on Lamar, and now everyone's going against Lamar. It don't make no sense at all how you let a doggone guy that's an agent write an article on Lamar saying that he plays video games and he goes to sleep in practice. I mean, goes to sleep in
Meetings,
what's it?
meetings,
What was it? Yeah,
team
meetings,
meetings.
meetings and all that.
I
Y'all
don't
let
believe
that
that.
man. Y'all let that man make Lamar look like he's a villain, man. That's a shame.
I
That's a
don't
shame
believe
of y'all. I'm not. It's a
That's
shame.
has that has to be fan talk, man. Everything that Lamar has done. When you got a guy that's dedicated into gaining weight, then losing weight, just to adapt to everybody's playing style because he gained the weight just like Teddy did when he came out of Louisville to make sure that he had durability. This what I'm training as. That man is fully committed into being.
Yes.
That man is serious about his craft, and it always
Right.
has been. And my thing is, when Lamar has answered the call in clutch moments, he puts y'all in position to win. And y'all just keep coming up short, whether it's drop passes or missed field goals or fumbles. I don't know what to tell you. It's just like the fact that why are we moving on for something like this when we know it will never come back to us?
And you know, if Lamar is not on the Ravens next year, you know this team is not going to win anything.
Three-win team.
They not going to win anything. So don't even be out here saying, well, hell, we need Tyler Huntley to start. You think Tyler Huntley will win 14 games in the season? You think he will almost take us to a Super Bowl? I just lag like crazy, y'all. I'm sorry. But
That's
you
good,
think
but
Lamar would take a Super Bowl team? Well, not Lamar. He will one day. You think Tyler Huntley can sit there and go 14, or I think it was 14-3 that year we won when we won the
you said
game?
just win. You said you think Tyler Huntley could win 14
You
games.
think so? Do you even think he could win 10? And straight face, you can't tell me he can win 10 games. You can't tell
Y'all,
me that straight face.
y'all have to be a really balanced and solid team.
We will have to be. And Huntley will only average 200 yards a game. And that's what
Yep.
running want
Running.
50 something yards and throwing 150 yards in the game and 2 touchdowns. And we're considering that, well, he's really good. I think he should start over. Y'all right, man. Y'all give up on Lamar too fast. And when he's been on the field and when he's been healthy, you forgot Fairlelly, Voorhees, and doggone all them people that was on that line had gave up so many sacks. Fairlelly need to be gone. Voorhees need to be gone. Those 2 suckers need to be gone. Right?
Mm.
Um, your coach is not using Derrick Henry at all
Well, don't
to
worry,
help
he's
out with.
gone. Well, he's gone too with Harbaugh being
Yeah,
gone, but
he's gone, but he's not helping Lamar out. You got one of the best backs in the league. You never used him in the fourth quarter. Now, mind you, in this game, I will say I'm not against it because we had to pass the ball, right? We had to come back in the game. So I'm not mad with this one. But I will say, doggone, that throughout some of these games, Derek fumbled. Zay Flowers dropping passes. Huntley dropping touchdowns. We always put it on Lamar. We put it on Lamar. Lamar ain't no real. He should not be an MVP because he had thrown a touchdown and Isaiah Likely dropped it. But we ain't gonna remember that Isaiah Likely dropped it. And Isaiah Likely should have been used way more in this offense. But they wanted to resign a player that's aging like fine wine. He's aging. He's not gonna be the same Mark Andrews as 4 or 5 years ago. He's not. So why not give the player that's more athletic, more faster, more that can give more effort, even though he's dropping passes and touchdowns? Yeah, we understand. Use that. Use the man that's actually giving you production instead of the guy that's a red zone target. You can still put Mark Andrews in second string or Kohler in second string and still use them as red zone tight ends. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Likely could be our number one. But they don't think like that. The coaches don't think like that. And for some reason, in this kick, and I haven't heard it, I have not heard it from anybody just yet. When Luke missed this kick, there had to be so many Ravens fans that was like putting it on Lamar. So, there had to be some. Now there was a lot of Ravens
Right.
fans
Right. My thing is though, I know you going on, Diva. My thing is how logically how the
because
motherfucker.
they because he
But,
had
you couldn't even get there in the first place to even win the fucking game if it wasn't for that perfect throw to Likely. And it was fourth down. Was the fourth down? Was the fourth down?
yeah, it was fourth down. That was literally the game on the
That was
line.
literally the game. If you play Lamar, I'm not taking that person seriously, D. I don't even think they need to be brought up. You just fan talking at that point. I don't know what to tell you.
The media too. The media be talking bad about this guy for no reason. They just always want to go after Lamar, and it doesn't make no sense. The last 3 years, we had got kicked out of the playoffs. A kick, a drop pass in the end zone to tie the game or to win the game, and Zay Flowers fumbling the ball versus the Chiefs that could have possibly give us the win that game. So how is all this Lamar's fault? Now they're gonna say, well, he had 57 yards of offense, 57 yards passing the 3 quarters. Are you gonna consider the fact that this dude just thrown over, I think, like 140 something yards in that quarter, in the fourth, when it was the clutch? No, we ain't gonna do it because they lost the game. It's Lamar's fault. He could have did better in the first quarter, first half of the game, first three. I just y'all just get on my last nerves with that. It's all y'all that be look, if Lamar leaves, I hope and pray that y'all get regretted. I really do. Because I sure as hell will. I hope and pray that Lamar leaves. And if Huntley starts, nothing against Huntley. I would love him to win games too. That's not saying nothing. But y'all gonna see the difference of why Lamar is that special type of person. Or why he was an MVP two-time, really should be three, but two-time MVP. No one can run his offense. No one can really run his offense. I don't. Oh my goodness. Now, mind you, I will end that rant off there to Harbaugh, and to all the other coaches that might have got fired. I don't know. I haven't looked on Instagram yet. Harbaugh being fired is looking at it is crazy, but it needed to happen. It needed to happen
I don't want to say crazy.
because it's
It's been
18 years.
18 years.
It's 18 years with a guy that we've had. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy only because I have not in my time of
You
watching the
never see
Ravens,
that question, Harbaugh.
I have not seen no other coach than Harbaugh as the coach. So I don't know who the hell's gonna be the coach that's going, you know what I'm saying? Because it could be someone that might be Matt Eberflus. It could be. You know what I'm saying? Like it's we don't know. But eventually I'll say this in the smallest and the smallest of smalls. I will say thank you, Harbaugh, for everything. It did not work out in the end. Those 2 years we should have won the Super Bowl. It did not work out. It's not all his fault. Even though he's the head guy, it's not all his fault. But he should have had those 2 Super Bowls. He should have had a better offensive scheme this year. But look, it is what it is. Now, who is going to be our next head coach? We won't know. I won't know until they make a post saying that, whoever is our head coach is our head coach. And we'll talk about it. But I know one thing. Lamar better be on this team next year. Lamar better be on this team next year. And I would not be shocked if he requests a trade. If he feels right, he's tired of losing. If he requests a trade, I'm not gonna be shocked. I'm not. But at the end of the day, I really want Lamar to be on this team. I will never turn on Lamar. Lamar has never lost us a game when it came up to the clutch, when it came up to the playoff games in the last 4 years. He never made it lost. He never lost the game for us. This field goal that Luke had missed, he has no leg. And that's not talking bad about him. I know a lot of Ravens fans need to stop trying to slander him, with his now new wife, they're going on his Instagram and blasting him and stuff like that. Keep football football. Don't keep it, past football. It's not right for y'all to be going after Tyler Loop and saying those things about him and his wife. His wife does not deserve all that. His wife does not. At the end of the day, we are home. Steelers won the game fair and square. Better got to do better defensively. Marlon needs to get his tail, pack his bags, and go do his podcast somewhere else. I've had enough of him. I really do. I've had enough of that guy. I'm not faking him, not making it for attention. Um, Kyle Hamilton impacted us heavily when he got the concussion. Man, that's something. But yeah, man, that's all I got to say about this team. I'm glad this off season we're gonna see what we're gonna do. Y'all better keep Lamar. And those same Raven fans that said Tyler Huntley need to start over Lamar, y'all keep that same energy. Y'all keep that same energy. I'm just saying.
Oh, we know they won't. But I ain't gonna lie, that's D kind of pretty much said anything that needed to be said about the Ravens and Steelers from a Ravens fans himself. So now, boys and girls, and listeners of the podcast, we get to talk about coaching situations within the NFL and vacancies, man. Obviously, Black Monday just happened. It's called Black Monday because a lot of coaches are getting fired. As D said, Harbaugh is without a job yesterday. Um, Raheem Morris is out. We already know the Tennessee Titans fired their head coach earlier in the season. Mike McDaniel still has his job as well as the coach for the Cincinnati Bengals. Um, who else is out? D. Pete Carroll's out.
So yeah, Pete Carroll's out. Um, Arizona's head coach is out. Gannon.
Gannon.
Um,
Gannon's out.
if we're talking coordinators, Cliff Kingsbury is out.
Where was Cliff at?
No, Cliff. So Cliff is trying to get a job, like a potential job, and I hope it's not the Ravens. But he's trying to get a head coaching job, so that's why he opted out.
Wait, he quit?
Yeah, he quit. He was like, "Bro, I'm trying to find a job like for myself to be a head coach again."
Shit. I hope shit. Okay.
I hope it's not the Ravens though.
I
As I
hope
said,
not either, boy. I just
as I
shit. I
as I
hope.
say that, Benaya said, yeah, my cousin said that the kicker needs to go into witness protection.
Who needs to get a witness protection?
Tyler Loop, the Baltimore Ravens kicker. That's
He'll
crazy.
be all right. He'll be all right.
Yeah, he'll be all right. Um,
Just give Ravens fan a couple of weeks. They'll be all right. They
right
got
for
more stuff
sure.
to worry about.
Who else though? Yeah, that's all I know right now.
I think that's pretty much it. Like
Yeah,
you said,
'cause,
first, Matt Eberflus is gone, and probably a host of other coordinators are gone too. As far as the coach firings, D, how do we feel? We know some are expected.
oh
I
yeah.
feel like all of them were expected, to be honest with you.
Hey, but Naya said Brian Dabble is out. That's true too. That is true.
Like that is all of
That
it.
is
Yep,
true.
he got fired in the middle
That's
of the
true.
season as well.
Um, to say about this, and I'm just gonna say it like this: the Bengals, the Ravens, they did what they're supposed to. Steve Wilkes could be looking for a team to coach. Um,
He ain't gonna be a head coach though. They gonna treat Steve Wilkes like Vance Joseph. They want Vance Joseph as a coordinator, but they'll give him the head coach interview to satisfy the Rooney Rule.
right.
To me,
Um,
they're the only black coach that may have a chance to be a head coach this year is Brian Flores, and I think there's only one team that'll pull that trigger, and we'll talk about it later. But
um, so Baltimore, they did what they supposed to. Tennessee, they did what they supposed to. Arizona, that one's questionable to me, even though you can base it on record. Um, I understand that the coach has a losing record, but I feel like that team could have developed with him. But you need to give him about like 2 more years. I know it's losing seasons, but I don't think Arizona really had anything this season. Like Jacoby Brissett was starting like after like
oh,
week 7.
and you said too many injuries happened. They're a team that has talent. Like you said, I think they gave up on Gannon a little bit too early. I don't like that move. But
Uh, Raheem Morris, uh,
well, I saw the writing on the wall
yeah,
there.
you saw it there. And their GM got fired too. Fentanyl. We were talking about that too. We was like, bro, that dude was drafting players. He was drafting players. So I don't think he should have got fired from Arizona, from Atlanta, the GM at least. Let's see who else. Matt Eberflus, he has a target on his back. He has a target on his back. It was gonna happen. The defense did not play. As a Cowboy fan, I'm saying this. Defense did not play. Not they didn't play good at all. They did not. Of course, we had Quentin Williams, but that was solid. But that defense did not play good at all. Who else? Cliff Kingsbury. Of course, as I said, probably head coaching job he's trying to go after. Uh, Really, honestly, about five of them. Yeah, Pete Carroll. I felt like even though I know he's older, they he got fired, but I feel like he could have stayed another year. He could have had one more year on his belt. So that's just my opinion. Um, and yeah, I think that's really it. Honestly, all the head coaches and GM that got fired, some of them, I think it was like the Baltimore Ravens head coach. It was bound to happen. So that's just my opinion on it.
So you can't keep bringing up Harbaugh.
I mean, I have to. Like, bruh.
I'm laughing because you did it like 5 times, man. But hey,
He said Arizona might get Matt Nagy rumored. They are not going
that
anywhere if they
makes
do
sense.
that.
Speaking about that, do you say the Cardinals also feel like the fact that it's just not the coaching that's contributing to the losing culture in the Arizona Cardinals franchise? It's also the owner. Um, Reportedly, are you aware of the NFL report cards that players do at the end of the season? D that talks about medical staff, facilities,
I think
dining.
was it a
Where that
D? Was it a
it
D?
was, I think it was F, maybe a D.
That GM. That's what I'm saying. Arizona has not won any games. Like has not won since Bruce Arians has been there. And I don't know if that GM has been there for that long, right? But he has not. They have not done anything different the last 7, 8 years. They have not. I mean, it's insane that the players, because I think Arizona said that two times now with their I forgot their coaching and stuff like that. He said that he kind of knows about the grade, but not said that. But yeah, man, how you gonna win games when your medical teammate is a D minus? It's a D or a F. Like y'all got to get better now. That's what I'm saying. Arizona don't. I don't think that was on Arizona. I don't think that was all on the head coach. That GM has to go too. But that's just me. I look what the players say. I mean, other people are looking. They're like, bro, why would I want to be in Arizona? So that's just me. Kyler Murray not gonna be there next year though. So that's kind of like, well, let's see what the new coach might do, and it might stick with Kyler Murray. We'll see.
I doubt it.
Yeah,
Um, Doubt it. But probably maybe no, I doubt it. Probably roll with Brissett for another season. But as far as like Benai already said it. As far as like coaches looking for head coaching position, Matt Nagy. We said Vance Joseph, a couple of other coaches, coordinators too. Steve Spagnuolo might get his first gig of being a head coach.
yeah.
But the most popular coordinator that may have a possibility that everybody's intrigued of having as a defensive coordinator. But there's one team that might want to make him a head coach, and that's the the Las Vegas Raiders. And it makes sense, doesn't it, D? Tom Brady, rumors that Tom Brady's thinking about bringing Brian Daboll as the offensive coordinator and letting Brian Flores be the head coach. Belichick ties. Tom Brady's not the president of the Raiders. To me, it makes sense. I ain't gonna lie, it
Yeah.
makes a whole lot of sense. Let me get your opinion on that before we kind of move on and do our predictions.
Dabo's an offensive minded coach, right?
Yeah, but they was gonna make him as offensive coordinator. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. You offensive defense. You got to do what you got to do. They're going to get Fernando Mendoza as their number one pick. They're going to. They got to figure out what they're gonna do with Gino. Which I think they gonna let him go. Gino was complaining about the situation with Pete. getting cut. But yeah, that's not gonna change. You might be cut too. Either way, seriously. Yeah, man. And I think that's good because if you get man Raiders defense that is a top five defense, man. When was last time? When was the last time you seen the Raiders have a top five defense? You know what I'm saying? It would be nice to have that defense. Maybe when Namdi was there, maybe like you would look. I think it's a good. I think that would be a good thing. He said Steve was once a coach in 2011. He was the Rams head coach, Spagnola. Um, but yeah, man, I think it will be a nice balance of defense and offense. I don't think that look seriously speaking, I don't think Dabo is a bad coach. I think he's all right. But I think if you put him in an offensive coordinator position, I think he can do some wonders. That's what I believe. Um, but yeah, you can't. Flores
I
being
think I think Brian Dabo is basically a coordinator too, and then I'd love to see Brian Flores get another shot as a head coach. And I think the only team that's willing to take the chance is the Raiders, as right now in this situation. But all right. Enough of this. Yeah, enough of this talk. Let's do our predictions, man. Let's start with college football playoffs, man. We only got 2 games anyway. Oh, it's only 2 more games to the championship, D. And the
football.
championship is actually being played on Martin Luther King's Day. So that means, hey, man, we only got like 2 to 3 weeks left college football before the whole entire college football season over. It was really kind of whatever until we kind of got to this point, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they
So,
really played. They really played serious football in these playoffs. I'll say that they played serious
yeah,
football.
I'll give it. I appreciate the boys for increasing the intensities where being in this playoffs, man. So I give them that. That's what we need. That's what we need most of the time. But Thursday, January 8th, in the Fiesta Bowl. You know, the Fiesta Bowl is always played in Arizona. We were just talking about, in Glensdale, Arizona. It's on ESPN. Miami go against Ole Miss. Who do you got?
You see, I mean, I'm thinking about it. That defensive line is going to get back there because they are better defensive line than us, Georgia.
I
Um,
mean, to be fair, like I said, everybody was getting back there to Ole Miss.
mm.
Everybody.
But I'm saying the pressure will be more. It'll be more pressure from that Miami team. That
All
being
right.
said, I think Miami will win this game, but I think it's gonna be a close one. I think.
I get you. No, it's gonna be a close one. Hopefully, it don't end up like the Florida State game. But I'm still throwing out my U's, man. I got my Canes. Anyway, next game, Friday, January 9th. Oregon, Indiana. Mercedes-Benz for the Chick-fil-A Bowl. We got D.
Give me Indiana by 3.
Give me Oregon by 3.
Mm. And if that happened, I would not be shocked. But I think Indiana might win the championship this year. I think.
Hey, we'll see. Cincinnati, I forgot how you say Cincinnati's name, whatever. He'll stamp his legacy if he wins a championship this
Mr.
season.
Mr. Mad look all the time, bro. I was laughing. Y'all should have seen. I was laughing the whole time because he looked so pissed off on the sideline. It don't make no sense.
He was just focused, man. That's it, man. He was just
Giving up
focused.
the eyebrow.
Hey, man, it may be the end of the college football season, but it's not the end of for the NFL season, man. Playoffs just getting started before we go into Super Bowl Sunday next month.
Got 4 weeks left, y'all. 4 weeks left.
And it's over.
What's that?
We'll start with the wild card round, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Benias Panthers and the Los Angeles Rams at USA Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte for the first playoff game on Saturday. Let's see, is it on? Okay. Oh, motherfucker! God damn it! Well, I was talking about the second game, but the first game's on Fox, y'all. Everybody can watch it. Second game is not, but we'll get to it. D, who you have between the Rams and the Panthers, man?
I have the Rams. I'm not gonna estimate a score, but I have the Rams.
I got the Rams. I think I got the Rams. I think at
Oh
least by
my
2.
God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What
Man,
the
bro,
fuck,
shut
man?
the hell up, man. I ain't trying to hear it, man. Hey, man, you can if you feel like the Panthers can win, I need you to gather up all the strength you can, my brother, because I know you're a little under the weather, and speak into the power of the Panthers right now.
He said say it. So if you want me to say it, I'll say it's by 10.
I said by 10 too.
Yeah.
Either 10 or 17.
Yeah,
I say mostly by 10. Hey, I ain't trying to hear that. Bro, you gonna talk about your Panthers or you still kind of hurting?
I don't think
Bro?
he's.
My bad.
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Hey, Roland, if you're
Panthers by 10. Love y'all locked in. I'm out. My bad. My bad. I'm out. Go Panthers. Oh God.
he had to make an appearance, y'all.
There you go. Keep pounding.
He had to make an appearance. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He had to make an appearance.
They about to be crying. They about to be crying. They about to be crying come 8:30 on Saturday. Oh, for the 8 o'clock game. Thinking about that for this Saturday game is the Packers and Bears at the Bears, man. Haven't had a Packer and Bear playoff game since 2011. I do not want to talk about that game. I'm still pissed off by that shit. Well, old Justin was pissed off watching that bullshit.
Oh
Hey,
boy. Now see, I don't trust either team. I don't. But if I had to trust a team, I would say the Bears. Give me the Bears by like. Oh boy. I was about to say I lagged again. Give me the Bears by 7. Tell me a close game.
Green Bay. Give me Green Bay. All right, boys. Oh, my bad. I keep saying voice. But next game, Sunday, the wild card at 1 o'clock, because this game deserves to be on 1 o'clock. We got two of the kind of teams where it's just like, well, one of y'all have to win, but we got the Bills and the Jaguars in the Jaguars Stadium because Jaguars are hosting. They won the division.
Boy,
Give me the Bills.
give me the Bills, but this is a nasty game in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you what.
All right.
There's only a 1.5 spread by the Buffalo Bills to win this game. So even Vegas has this game as being either being a shootout or a snooze fest.
Right.
That they said it's gonna go either way. Who you got, D?
I have the Bills, but like I said, because I have a feeling that the Jaguars could do it though. But I just
Yeah,
think the Bills. I just think the Bills is gonna win this game.
we shall see. We shall see.
They
I
said,
know.
I think we might have said this, but they said if the Bills, if the Bills lose this game versus the Jags, or if they don't win the Super Bowl this year, that this is Josh Allen's worst. Like this is gonna be Josh Allen's like put on his legacy or something like that, because he has an easy road to the playoffs. So he should get through the AFC.
Not how the way this team look.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to go ahead and talk about the Josh Allen slander and get the narratives up, yeah, you go ahead and do it. To me,
He should not have won MVP though. That's one thing I will say. But we gonna continue.
we're not talking about last year anymore, D.
All right.
49ers and Eagles, man. At Philadelphia.
Give me Philadelphia. I'm just
Give me
gonna say
Philly.
I'm just gonna say that.
Give me. Ooh, I'm gonna go 49ers. I still think the Eagles have not figured it out yet. And credit to where it's due, 49ers have some problems, but they're more aware of who they are as a team than the Eagles, if you get what I'm saying, D.
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
Which
They
makes
they've been
them
doing it.
understand what do they need to do.
They've been
Huh?
doing it. They've been doing it with injuries all season long and still
Yeah.
win games.
They just know who they are, so now you got more of awareness from the team. They know what they need to do to win, right? I feel like the Eagles haven't lost that. Their team aspect, you just kind of forgot that the Eagles existed these last couple of weeks anyway. And it was a really easy role for the Eagles as well, too. I still can't really give you the Eagles' most impressive win this season.
Hmm, I see.
I feel like this is a test for them. I just think they're just not a complete unit yet.
Hmm.
And what I mean by that as a team, I just feel like they're just not a team right now. So give me the 49ers. Don't overthink that. And if Eagles fans get mad at me, just like I said, just break it down as one team understands what it needs to do to win. The other team seems like they're still trying to appease
Hmm.
players instead of understanding who they are, AJ. Next game. Chargers and Patriots, man.
Oh
Oof.
boy, give me the Patriots.
Give me Patriots. Trevon Henderson is going to have a nice game. Stephon Diggs should be. I don't lie. Stephon Diggs should be on like a pup list right now.
I think I think his case ain't really gonna matter. So he played this last game, so I would
But you
imagine.
gonna play this guy? I ain't gonna lie. You should. I'm just saying. If this is any other team,
Oh, the Chiefs. Remember they had Rasheed Rice after 4 games back on the starting lineup.
bro, man, they had Isaiah Vaughn out here almost killing damn. I said, shit. He didn't kill two people, but he ended in a damn hit and run and shit. All right, like whatever. We already know. Look, I ain't gonna lie, Stephon Diggs, you should be barred from playing this game. That's all I gotta say. And surprisingly, there's a Monday night playoff game for whatever goddamn reason.
Yeah, that's the doggone Texans and the Steelers, right?
Steelers, correct.
Should have been us, man.
Houston,
Either way.
Houston is given the spread by 3. D.
I feel
Ah,
like I feel like for some strange reason Pittsburgh was gonna pull this off. They got Rodgers. I mean I
they
just
got
don't know.
a way better running game too. It's just like that's the only thing holding the Texans back. Surprisingly, I give it to the Texans for fighting so hard to get into the playoffs. I think they got the defense to disrupt Rodgers.
Yeah, they do. That's
Man,
one thing I will say. But I just think Aaron Rodgers just finds a way.
and I think this whole team's just gonna find a way. Unless the Texans get the running game going and Nick Chubb and the whole entire running back for committee goes off.
Yeah. Which has to happen that way.
Yeah, for them
I
to
don't
win.
I
Other
don't
than
think
that, like you
like I
said, Aaron Rodgers is gonna find Aaron Rodgers or Jalen Warren or the Steelers team is gonna find a way to win. So,
right.
and that pretty much concludes our wild card weekend, D.
Well, Um, I'll say this. Normally we'll do the NBA session, but we don't have Roland here,
Rolling.
and I
Yeah.
can't look off my phone because I got to look at y'all to communicate and see stuff. So for this week only, we will negate the NBA session, but we'll get back to it next week. Um, since
Oh. It's over. Uh, Well, I ain't gonna lie, Locked In Podcast. Give it a minute. We're going through some technical difficulties.
Hey, man, I'm so sorry. My camera, I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry, y'all. Like the Wi-Fi cut off on, right?
Mhm.
I tried to get back on Discord. It literally was not working. So I had to restart Discord from my computer. And again, I'm so sorry for that lag, y'all. I don't mean like it's out of my control that this school Wi-Fi is not that great. And I can use my hotspot, but I think it's better just using the Wi-Fi. So again, y'all, I apologize. But before we end this off, I must say thank y'all so much for watching. We hope that y'all enjoy this. You know what I'm saying? Roland is sick. But you know, he's gonna be back next week. Thank you, OG, for your assistance with this. Again, man, we gonna try to make more episodes. Again, I know we're losing followers. We back to 1.099 because I haven't been posting. But
Are we
like I
losing?
said, I also
Are
huh?
we losing? Are we losing subscribers or just
Yeah, we
views?
losing subscribers because I ain't been posting. But the thing is I can't get in the studio over break. So it's like, bro, I now have access to the studio since school's about to start back. So we'll be posting videos nonstop over at my little spot. Um, again, I apologize for not posting clips. That being said, though, again, appreciate y'all so much for watching. Y'all, we hope that y'all enjoy. If you want to be featured on a podcast episode, y'all hit us up. We have a Discord. We record all these things. Yep, and real ones stay for sure. We have all a Discord, right? We want y'all to be a part of this podcast. If you don't have a Discord, you know what I'm saying, get you a Discord. We want you to be a part of the podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be nothing, um, nothing crazy. We don't ask nothing, no crazy, no serious, no personal questions. You tell us what you have, whatever you want to tell us. You know what I'm saying? We trying to have that bridge throughout this year, of course. Um, Even if you need me to meet up with you, I can bring my camera to y'all and we can record off of Roland's computer until I actually get my own computer that actually be able to have OBS on here. And then we can record how many ever videos y'all want to record. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start trying to do episodes like by myself eventually, you know, to try to branch out, talk about some things personally throughout the day. Um, and yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? We want y'all to be a part of this podcast. Y'all make sure to see the post. When you see the post, make sure to repost it, make sure to share it. Anyone that wants to be on the podcast, be on the podcast, but have common sense too. We want to be about you, but don't make it egotistical and don't be stupid when you try to be on a podcast. Don't. It's not worth it. I will literally cut you off. I'm not playing. Seriously though, that being said, you got anything to say, OG?
Oh man, shouts out to y'all. Appreciate Benign for sticking with us. Same thing with Keem as well too. Um, I mean, first podcast of the new year.
Yeah.
Obviously, the connection is a little different with our role, but we did pretty good. Appreciate y'all for watching. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? We sometimes there's gonna be episodes where I'm not on. Um, there's sometimes episodes where OG's not gonna be on, but as long as we all able to, you know, do a podcast, we'll let y'all know if it's postponed or not, or we'll let you know if it's only one of us or two of us or all of us. Again, yeah, you know, thank y'all for the support. You know what I'm saying? Again, we appreciate y'all. Before I go, let me do this because this ain't gonna change at all. I've been doing really good with scriptures of the day recently. I've been on a 19-day streak.
You doing good.
With that being said, scripture of the day is Isaiah 61. Stand up, shine brightly. Now your light has come. The Lord glory has risen to shine on you. So that being said, you know what I'm saying, just do the right thing. I'll keep this short. Do the right thing. Uh, be the be the be the guiding light that you are. You know, all of y'all have lights in y'all in the sense of being positive, keeping a good connection within yourself, and making things happen. So, again, don't overboard yourself this year. Work hard. Don't slow down, but don't also overwork yourself to where you have to um, crash a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just take your time. Um, and again, man, we hope that y'all have a really good 2026. All y'all can do wonderful things this year. Just don't hold yourself back and don't let people hold you back. OG, anything for that? No? Okay, well, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We hope that y'all enjoy this. Thank y'all so much for the support. If you want to, again, if you want to be on the podcast, y'all make sure to hit us up on Instagram. We're going to make the post as soon as possible. And yeah, with that being said, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And we're out.
I don't
Remember
love
to
y'all.
stay locked in. I forgot.